Welcome to Google Ads Search Campaign tutorial to get guaranteed success in 2026. In this video, I will create Google Search Campaign and will explain every single step that's important to get business from Google Ads this year. Because I remember creating my first search campaign and I made a lot of mistakes in it, but I will make sure you don't repeat those mistakes and see actual results in no time. So let's jump to our Google Ads account and do it step by step. So we are in our Google Ads account and here I will create a live new Google Search Ads campaign. You just have to follow me step by step and that's it. So first step, click on new campaign. And the first thing you need to put is the objective. Now, it looks very straightforward, like if you want sales, go with sales. If you want leads, go with leads. But it doesn't matter a lot. So I prefer to choose create a campaign without guidance. In fact, the only thing that will make a difference is each of these objectives has specific campaign types to it, right? So if I click on create a campaign without guidance, I have the availability of all these campaigns and that's what I want. Now, what is our preferred campaign? It is clearly search campaigns that we are creating here. So click on it. And then we have our conversion goals. Just leave the way it is. We will discuss it further at the later part of the video and click on continue. Select the results you want to get from this campaign. Yes, we want website visit, phone calls, but that's a formal kind of thing. So no need to do that. Click on continue and then give a campaign name. That's very important because if you have too many campaigns in the account, sometimes you forget when we are auditing an account. So what I do here, I will give the name of the area I'm targeting and what is the objective and what is the service I'm advertising for. So click continue again, start new. And here we come to the bidding strategy process. Now, this is the most important point in your Google Ads account and you need to understand. The default option Google is giving you is maximize conversions and you can also set a target CPA. But what are the available options first? And then we will discuss what you should do for your campaign. So we have maximize conversions, maximize conversion value, and you can also set a target ROAS here. Then we have maximize clicks. You can set up a maximum cost per click limit so Google does not spend above that. And then we have a target impression share. So you can select a percentage like 80 or 90% of times you want to appear on the page for the searches. Now, what is the best option for you? If you are starting out, and most of you are because you're creating a new campaign, then you need to focus on maximize clicks strategy, right? Because I want you to get some conversion data in and then you can go to maximize conversion later on. So if you are telling Google to maximize your conversions, that means you need to have some history of the data that you have provided to Google. And that is what we are going to do with the help of maximize clicks. And especially for those businesses who are on very small budget, that's something that works very well. So we'll go with maximize clicks, or we have another bidding strategy which is called manual CPC, and we cannot select this here, but after finishing the campaign I will tell you how to do that. So far I will stick with my maximize click strategy, set a maximum cost per click limit. I would recommend you to do that if you are short on budget. So let's put something here. What is the ideal bid limit that we should put here? There is no perfect limit here, so you can give any and then you can increase if you don't get any clicks with that. So I will give it 5 and move on. Bid for new customers. I'm not going to select that because if I do, I need to provide Google a list of thousands of my customers, which I don't have. So next, networks. The biggest problem I see when I audit the new campaigns and the new accounts is these networks. So a lot of clients come to me and they say we are getting leads, but when we contact them back, they don't respond and they all are spam bot leads. And that's the problem here. In a Google search campaign, I don't recommend going with Google Display Network. If you like Google Display Network, go create another campaign. And about Google search partners, you know what, for lead generation we don't find so much success with that, but I would love to see how it does and check the data. So you can keep it enabled, especially if you are on a low budget. You can keep it enabled for now, and the good news is Google give you the option to see how Google search partner is doing. So if it's not performing good, you can remove it. So far you can keep it. And then we have locations. It's important to select the right locations. Let's go to advanced search and here I will search my region. New York, include, and you can also give it by radius. If you are a service business, especially sometimes the radius works very well. So you can give any point and select the miles or kilometers. And another important thing you can do here is click on show the areas and search the areas by these postal codes or county and just select and target. But for me, I only want to target New York, so that's it. I will click save, and then we have location options. Now that is a very important point. So by default, Google is also targeting people that are physically outside of my targeted location until I select this option. Now I am safe. And this is what you have to do almost every time. Now, a lot of people, they recommend you need to put all the other countries there in the exclusions. I can tell you how to do that. But here I wouldn't do it because I'm selecting this particular option, so that wouldn't be a worry. Let's click on advanced search, add location in bulk. If you want to exclude all the other countries, get the list from any AI tool and give it all here, and then you can exclude it. So moving on, languages, English. Okay, that's right. No, this campaign does not have political ads, audience segments. Again, an important point that a lot of people get wrong. So this is a search campaign and we are targeting by keywords, but we can also add an extra layer of targeting here. So what that layer is, that's different audiences, affinity audiences, in-market audiences, and then demographics. So we can select things here and we can target them along with our keywords. But the problem is this will narrow down the reach of our audience. So in most cases, we don't get so many clicks, but there's a good thing with that. So you can select any audiences from here. Like if I do this, then just search it here. I would select a few audiences from here. Okay, and then I will move and I will keep it as observation. So what Google is going to do, it is not going to target these audiences. Rather, it will just observe their data and give me the reporting of how these audiences are doing. So if in future I want to target them by YouTube ads, I want to target them by any other form of ad campaign, then that would be a very good information I would have. So I would recommend you to just keep it observation. Don't go for targeting. That will narrow the reach very much so you don't get any click. And now going to more settings, ad rotation, keep it as it is. Start and end dates, give the date where you want to start your ad, end date, not recommended. Then more settings, add schedule, again a very important topic. So if you are running ads for lead generation specifically, then you want to make sure you reply to the calls regularly and you follow up their lead forms as quickly as possible. If you think that's not possible on weekends, on Saturday, on Sunday, then you can go Monday to Fridays. And you can set your schedule like 9 to 5, especially when you're available to get phone calls. Now, very important point. As you know, the more the competition, the more you pay. So if you are on a low budget, I generally recommend going for all the days because especially on Saturday and Sunday, you can get so many clicks with a less budget because there is not more competition. But for most businesses, 9 to 5 works very well, Monday to Friday. So we'll put it here. Okay, more settings, nothing more to do here. Click next. Get the best AI power performance on Google search. So as you know, Google has been pushing its AI very much, not only in the keyword research, but also in the images, in the ads creation. If you want to go to AI Max, then you should click here and Google will optimize your campaign with AI Max. But it is still too early to go with that, and we haven't seen so many good results with it, but as we will test, I will keep you updated with that. So far you don't need to go here with these settings, especially at the start of 2026 or in 2026. So I will keep you updated about that. So don't select this here. We will do our manual keyword research and keep control over it. Then we have brands. So Google gave us the freedom to exclude the brands, especially our brand if we have a known brand campaign and all the other competitors brand, because keyword thing is a little messed up, and I will tell you in the keyword section, which is coming now. And click next. If you give a URL here, then Google is going to give some keywords and the assets accordingly. Since I am giving you the best way to create the campaign, so you have to skip this one here. And here we have our ad group. Now in an ad group, we have some keywords, and for keywords, we need to do our keyword research, which is what we are going to do right now. So let's go to another tab. In this tab, we will go to tools. Then we have planning thing here, keyword planner. Close this one. Click on discover new keywords. Select the location that you are targeting. So I would select New York again, include, click save. And here you have two ways to do that. You can either start with your website, give the URL of your website or the landing page, so Google is going to read it and give you all the relevant entries. But my preferred way is to go with some terms. So I would give some parent terms of the service I'm targeting right here. So let's go with it. Plumbers near me, plumbing service near me. So 2 terms are enough. Click on get results. And here we have some 1800 keyword ideas. So what we are going to do with these keywords, how we are going to find our best keywords that we want to target. Here's how you do that. First thing, just remove this column here so we can get it bigger. So we are going to refine these keywords, and here's how you do that. Click on refine keywords. We have to select only non-brand keywords, neglect all these brands. So first I will unselect it, then select only non-brands, and then just keep all these brands unselected because we don't want to target them. Then go to other brands, check them all, then go to services. Similarly, select the services that you are going to target only. So I will exclude the ones that we are not going to target. And then similarly go to resource or whatever the categories that you have there, go there and refine all those keywords. So after I refine these keywords, another thing I'm going to do is to click on this average monthly searches. So I target the searches which have some good amount of volume. If we target searches that have a very low volume, then we are not going to get any clicks. And to get clicks, we have to give so many low volume keywords, which is a hard way to run Google Ads. So I will now select all these keywords one by one. But here, let me tell you something. To you, these keywords are looking very different, but what I am looking at is that stats on the right. So you see very much similar keywords, right? And the same stats all of them have. So that means if you target this particular keyword, then Google is going to show your ad for this one as well, right? Because that's very much the same. Everything is similar. So in this scenario, you have to pick only one and leave all other same keywords aside. So I will just pick one here, which is this one. And then I will leave all these same stat keywords, increase the rows. And similarly here, we have these 2 keywords which have very similar terms here. But what are these all about? So this particular column is average monthly searches, especially in the last year, as we can see here. Another important thing which I think I skipped is this one. So this will give you the indication of your demand, which months you have high demand, especially in January we have a very high demand, and then which months you have a very low demand. So it will give you when you should spend more to catch up that more demand and when you're going to have a lot of competitions. Okay, another thing, top of page bid, low range, top of page bid, high range. So Google is telling us that the person who appeared on the first position has paid this particular amount to get a click for this keyword. And the person who appeared on the lower range, that has paid this particular amount. So you remember in bidding, we set up a maximum bid limit, right? And we can get a good idea from this thing. So what you're going to do if you are targeting this keyword, like we have this plumbers near me, has a low bid range $8, high bid range 48. So its average is going to be around 30, right? It's less than 30, but you can put 30 there. So you can give the Google that maximum CPC and it will start getting clicks. And of course you can adjust this later on. But moving back to our research, then we have 24/7 plumbers near me. Again, you can see these both keywords, they have a very similar all the other metrics. And then we have 24-hour plumber near me, emergency plumber. So I will keep selecting the keywords as long as the volume is good. How many keywords you need to have in your ad group? That's a very important question. So far we have selected 5 and we will just select to the amount that we want. Plumbing companies near me, and then we have plumbing service near me, these plumbing and heating, and then we have nearest plumber, local plumber near me, best plumbers near me, and then we have a affordable plumbers near me. So I have selected 12 keywords, and that is what I recommend selecting. Just select 10 to 15 keywords, that's more than enough. And after you select these keywords, just like I did, click on copy, and you need to have your Google Sheet. If you are very organized like me, then you will come here, paste all these keywords right here. Now you have done your keyword research. And when we go back to our campaign and put the keywords right here, there's another important question. Which match type are we going to use? So as we know, Google has some 3 match types still: broad match, phrase, and exact match. So exact tells your ads is going to show on searches that are the same meaning of your keyword. So a lot of people think that it's going to show exactly for that search term, but that's not possible. So it's going to show for the searches on the same meaning. And then we have phrase. It's a little bit wider net, not a little bit more. In fact, ads may show on searches that include the meaning of your keyword, so as given by the example. And then we have broad match. Ad may show on everything, in fact, relate to your keyword. If we want to maintain control, which is what I want you to do at the start of your campaign, then go with exact. But if you say that, okay, I'm not capturing enough demand and I need to throw a wider net to catch some big fishes, then you can go with broad. But my preference is to start with exact match and get some conversion data, so I know what keywords are working, right? And that's what we are going to do here. So to make them exact match, I need to add these brackets around here. So I will give it one by one. Okay, so now my keywords are all exact match, and then we have some weekly estimates here. So I need to ignore it. That's the best thing to do. Okay, so moving to ads. But before we move to ads, we have a very important thing: ad group settings for AI Max. So Google wants us to use these kind of settings for our campaign as their AI Max thing. As I said earlier, we haven't tested it out yet. So in 2026, if you want to build a campaign, you should not start with this one. I will test it out and I will tell you right on this channel. And for that, you need to subscribe if you are not yet. So subscribe our channel, share it with your friends. A lot more valuable videos are coming soon. So moving on, create our ads. So the first thing we are going to give here is our landing page or the website. If you are directing to a website or a separate landing page, it's okay, fine, you can do both. So I would give the link right here, and then we move on, display path. So I would just add my keyword here, plumbers, and here New York. Then we have a call extension for service businesses. This is very important. So click on this, click on the new call, add the phone number, especially the one which you have on your website. Because sometimes for these kind of services, people like to click on the phone number on the ad and call you directly before visiting your website. Paste it right there, click on advanced options, and again, give that schedule where you can answer the phone calls, because that's very important. So I will give my schedule here, Monday to Fridays. And then we have 9 to 5 and click save. Click on apply, and then we move on to our headlines. So Google is always going to show our headlines and descriptions, and all other things, they are optional. They may or may not show them. So we have to work real hard on our headlines and descriptions. The first tip to write good headlines is to include your keywords in here. And when I say keywords, I don't mean the exact terms, but you can give the similar terms. For example, if we have a keyword best plumbers near me, then you can give best plumbers near you in NY. Okay, and that falls within that 30 character limit, so you have to take care of that too. And similarly, you are going to give these keyword relevant headlines, 2 or 3 more here. And the tip number 2 to write good ads here is to include your filter. Yes, we want people to click on our ads, but we don't want irrelevant people to click on our ads. So what filter can we apply? In most cases, the filter is the price. People visit on our website or landing page, but they are not happy with our starting prices, so they want low, and we don't offer that. So for that, you can put something like starting from $250, starting from $250, and that's how you're going to stop all those people who don't want to pay this particular amount. Okay, so we like to click on the headline, which is very similar to something we have searched, and Google allows us that thing. So if you just put a curly bracket here, you have these 3 options: keyword insertion, countdown, and location insertion. Keyword insertion and location insertion are very important options. What keyword insertion does here, whatever they are going to search, they are going to see that as a headline. So especially if your keyword targeting is very tight and very precise, then you can go with that. So for a placeholder only, I can give anything here and click apply. And you can also add a location insertion here. Click on location insertion, select the city, give any default text here. In a broader way, we are targeting New York, so I will give it here, but only location is not important. At the start, you will give something, plumbers in that particular location XYZ. So whatever their location is, Google is automatically going to put it here. So you want to put social proof here, but you cannot put all that review there because we have to limit it in 30 characters. So I have a good example for you. So you can give whatever your reviews are, rated 5-star or 4.9, whatever it is, 5-star by 100 plus customers, or you can give your number here. And similarly, following these guidelines, you're going to complete your headline. And I don't recommend filling up all of the available options because there's too many combinations. Google will never able to find the real one, but you can give some 8 to 10. That's enough, in fact more than enough. So same tips you are going to use here. You can either write in the form of one complete line, or you can just make 2 or 3 sentences that falls within these 90 character limit. 2 descriptions are required. You will give it here, and then you will go to the images and make sure you give the Google very high quality images. And that's very important because it shows up quite often now. So you will add your images right here, 2 or 3, then give your business name, your business logo, and then we have some site links. As I said earlier, headline and descriptions are going to show there no matter what. All these other options, they are optional, but these site links, they do get some clicks over it. So what they are the other relevant pages of the site. For example, if you're also offering residential plumbing, then you can give residential plumbing NY. Just describe it in 35 characters and give your final URL. And similarly, site link 2, 3, 4. Add 3 or 4, that's what I recommend. After doing all of that, you will click on create. After the site links, we have call outs. These are the unique points of your business, and that's what they are all about. Are you offering anything free? For example, you're offering free estimate. And is there any discount? Okay, 10% off for new customers, and the new customers are what we are running ads for. And another thing, book same day service. So everything which is unique about your business, like the one I mentioned, you can put it right here and then click save. Again, 3 to 4 are enough. Click apply, and then we have another important thing, which is structured snippets. First we will do this, then we'll go to promotions. Click on structured snippets, then click on create. So in select header type, you would go to service catalog, or you can go with type. So I will go with service catalog, and here I will give all the relevant services that I offer, and then click on create, save, and then we have this promotions thing. Click on it. I like to recommend promotions because I want you to just give them 10% off, 15% off for new customers. That's a heavy pull for all the users. So how to create that? Click on new promotion. You can either give them in the form of like $100 off, or you can give like 20% off. Let's give a percentage discount. We offer 10% off for who? For new customers. And then you can give them the same final URL as your landing page or the website. If there are any start to end dates, you can put it right here and then click save. So going back, another thing, we have lead forms. I haven't seen so much success with it, especially with the quality of the leads, so I would not recommend it here. Then we have locations. That's very important again. So as you know, for local service businesses, Google Maps is very important. So if you want to run your ads in Google Maps, you need to connect your Google business profile. You need to connect your Google business profile to your Google ads, and then add your locations right here. So how to do that, I have a complete video on that. I've given the link in the description so you can watch it and make sure you have all steps in place. So after completing that, we will click on save and then click next, and here we will set up our budget, how much you should spend to get success with Google ads. My general rule is to give enough money So you can get some 10 clicks here. So for 10 clicks, I mean, you should get enough data so you can see if Google Ads is doing something or not. But if you want to start with small amount of budget, then it's fine. We can give it, like you can give $10, $20 per day. That's okay. But for this kind of service, I would give it $300 and then click next. And after reviewing all the settings, we will click on publish campaign. Now we have set up our campaign, but few important things are left, and these are the things that separates the best from the rest. So click close for this one. So here in Google Ads, we have left some very important settings, and number one is adding our negative keywords. So do we have some negative keywords that we need to add? The first, we need to add our competitors. And if you want to do some sort of negative keyword research, I can tell you how to do that very quickly. For negative keywords, we just have to reverse the process. So how? Click on refine keywords. Earlier, we selected only non-brand keywords. Now we are not going to select that. We are going to select all these brand keywords here. So selecting that, click close, and then we will select all our keywords right here. So I will select some keywords from here and then click copy and then go to Google Ads and paste it back there. Come here in the keyword section, go to negative keywords, click on add keywords, and then paste all these keywords right here. Again, which match type you're going to use, exact, phrase, or broad. My recommendation is if you want to do less work but more effective, then go with broad match, but not with these kind of terms. Roto, router, near me. So just go with that exact brand word, right? And then we have Yelp numbers near me, just go with that Yelp. Then we have Ferguson plumbing near me, just go with that Ferguson. Similarly, we have Mr. Router for the last two, and similarly go with that. So we do have our keywords, we do have our negative keywords, then click on save. You remember we left something called conversion tracking at the start, so we'll go right here, go in the goals, and here we need to set up our conversion tracking. So just few weeks ago, Google has changed the tracking interface, and now it's a little different to set up tracking. So you might not find so much videos for that, but I have a complete guide which is in the description below, which you can follow to set up the tracking, and your Google Ads campaign is completed. So as I said earlier, you can add another bidding strategy after creating a campaign. Now, as we have created a campaign, so let's go to campaign settings. Here, go to bidding, and we have this maximized clicks being selected right now. So let's go to change bid strategy, and then we have this select a bid strategy directly, click on it. And here we can see that manual CPC. So you click on it and click save. So by using this bidding strategy, you can add a separate bid for every single keyword of yours. So we have created our search campaign, and if you feel a little confused about creating the campaign for your business, I have a good news for you. We offer free 30-minute consultations. So you can go to scalekit.com and schedule a free 30-minute consultation at your own preferred time with me, and I will help you for free. And subscribe here and watch the other videos because they are beginner friendly and it's must for you to watch them. And thanks for watching this one.